Hey Toy Addicts, this is Jody. Happy Halloween! Today I have this awesome toy from 1975. It's a shrunken head apple sculpture. So this is back in the day when they were encouraging kids to make shrunken heads. In the 70s, especially the late 70s, monster toys, monster movies had made a huge revival, and monster toys were just all the rage. Dracula and the Wolfman and the Mummy and stuff like that. And so it wouldn't be that uncommon to have a toy like this from the 70s because kids were all about monsters. Which right now kids are kind of all about zombies, so it kind of makes sense. But it was maybe a little more acceptable back then to give your kids a toy where they make something to look like a shrunken human head. And this one is, as you can see, promoted by the famous Vincent Price. Vincent Price was an actor in, he started making movies maybe even in the 40s and 50s, and he did lots of scary movies, Edgar Allan Poe movies. One of my favorite Vincent Price movies is called The Last Man on Earth, and it's a pretty good one. I'm sure you can find it to watch for free online. I think it's even available on YouTube. But he's probably mostly known to people now for his voice work in like Thriller and the Tim Burton short Vincent. Tim Burton was a huge fan of Vincent Price. Let's take a look at the box here. It's by Crafts for Whiting. It's shrunken. It says Shrunken Head Apple Sculpture. Create your own collection of delightful shrunken heads. 1975, Milton Bradley, ages 12 to adult. You can see them having a fun time here making their apple sculptures. It says on the top here, this is a craft for the whole family. Create your own collection of delightful shrunken heads. Oh, that's a direct quote from Vincent Price himself. And then down here, it shows you some examples of the fun and kind of scary shrunken heads that you can make. So it says the contents, which I'm not sure everything is in here. Honestly, I've looked in here, but I haven't taken everything out because I never really intended to make these. So it says the contents are the shrinker, face templates, plastic sculpting tool, synthetic hair, beads, watercolor, brush, jar of gloss finish, aluminum wire, T-pins, cord, and easy to follow illustrated instructions. So let's see what we actually have inside the box. Put this over here, and then let's see, it looks like this and this are our watercolors probably. And then let's take this out. And this looks like the shrinker from the front of the box. Not really sure how that goes together yet. Oh, it comes with a little light bulb, which is a 40-watt bulb. And then here are our instructions. So we'll look at those in a minute. Pins. Here's the hair. Some more hair. So you need to find your apple, and then you're going to have to peel it. And then they want you to choose a template. So this is how you use the templates. But the templates, I think, are basically for helping you do the face and stuff, which, I don't know, it's probably something you don't necessarily need. But then you'll use that little knife or some kind of knife to carve into the apple. And I'm assuming, you know, if you're carving into an apple is not a real sturdy object, so it'd have to be something where you were real careful, because you could probably mess it up really easy. But then I guess you could just turn it around and do it on the back, and then cover your mess up with hair, maybe? I don't know. Then it looks like you have to have a lamp, and you hook these little things we saw in there onto the lamp to put your shrinker base on. And then you use a little apple hanger on top of your apple. Probably one of the little doodly bobs that were in there. So this looks like it's like a drying process, basically, with the light bulb. So it's kind of like, it kind of would be a fun project to do for a Halloween craft night. But even if these were like super completely dry, I don't know how well they would like store for the next year. You know, I would feel uncomfortable putting them in a box in the attic or something. I'd probably attract raccoons. But this is a interesting, super interesting kit. That Vincent Price put his name on. It does seem like a very Vincent Price type of activity. So that's a fun set. I have a couple other Halloween videos. Make sure and check those out. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Ooh.